Hello and welcome to the Late YouTube Show. I'm your host, Late YouTube Show host, Eric. Tonight I've got a lively jazz band to play my introduction song, which is like ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hi everybody, here I am, host Eric, host of the YouTube Late Show, also called the Late YouTube Show, because he didn't want to get in trouble with the Late Show on TV, stealing their title. So I figured put the late before YouTube, then it would be fine. We've got a great show in store for you tonight. We've got this introductory joke making section, followed by me moving over to a couch where I'm going to sit next to someone. I'm going to interview them. They're going to pimp their book or whatever. They're going to be a celebrity, the well-known celebrity I'm sure that you love and want to see. And I'm going to have playful banter. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have a couple of skits in between there that I've got planned out. The whole late show 9 yards, okay? The whole 9 yards. So, did you hear about what's going on with Trump in the news these days? Well, the following joke ensues. Well, what's the joke here? No, this is meta late show. There's no actual joke. Just bong rips. Is that a joke? No. About that, I'm deadly serious. This is a problem. Oh, sparking thing, how shitty is thy sparker? See, it's like, do you want to get my real opinion about the Adult Swim live stream? This is what the Adult Swim live stream should be like. They were going to be legit, like Adult Swim live stream. It should be a late show full of pizzazz and brass bands and all kinds of fun and excitement stuffs, you know? Adult Swim should hire me to be their daytime regular YouTube DJ, so to speak. I would do a much better job than their current people are doing, in my opinion. That's not a good way to make friends with their current people, Eric. Yeah, I know. It's probably like an addendum to the real job. The thing is, I could yammer on, interestingly enough, about a variety of topics, just predicated on what people in the chat are saying, you know. Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with smoking marijuana, and certainly I've been known to smoke it on occasion. You've probably seen me smoke it on this channel before if you've watched this channel for any length of time. But this channel is not about marijuana. And by and large, my position is marijuana is this incidental thing that people make too much of a big deal about, you know? They're one way or the other. Marijuana is like the air we breathe, the birds we chirp, the things we meow. It's a precious, precious gift of dew. How many of you like dewdrops? Any dewdrop fans here? Well, tonight on the Late Late Show. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the term stoners. I would self-identify as such. And there's nothing wrong with making a channel about marijuana. So just ignore everything I just said. As me being needlessly judgy or pedantic or shitty or something, It happens. Oh. Well, Sean, I don't see you at all. Sean says he's texting in the chat. I don't see him. Huh. I don't know if that has to do with me or you. Okay, so let me see if I can find the thing where it says people who are blocked or whatever. Right now, the only person I see in the chat is Winston's mom. As far as I can see, she's the only person who's put anything in the chat. I don't see any Sean either. All right, so let me go to I have to find this section where it's like people who are mad or whatever. Did anybody know how to get to that spot? Somebody found it for me before, and I don't remember where it is. Where is that thing? It's like there's some sort of. Let me go to the dashboard. The funny is I can't even count the number of times that Susie has subscribed and unsubscribed and subscribed and unsubscribed to this channel. It's like most recent subscriber, Susie. Oh, you're back, huh? Okay. Oh, it's funny. I don't know how to find this thing where it says like people I've got blocked on the channel and stuff. Somebody pointed me to it successfully before, but I can't seem to find it. Users. Where's users? Latest comment. Let's see. Channel member status. What's that mean? Subtitles? Can anybody help me? Okay. Okay, good. Good. Huh. Anybody can help me with that? Let's see. I can't find that thing. So I can't find the part where somebody had to link me to it before as well. I've been unable to find that section where I put them in. I'm trying to find the list of people who are hidden from the channel. Sean is apparently hidden from the channel for no reason that I can ascertain. I think it must have been an accident. But I can't find it anywhere, and like I think it was either Hambone or Skygear who successfully linked me to that before. I'm looking all around, and I just can't seem to find it. Oops, I didn't need to do that. Pio. 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 So I just approved a comment by, I guess, Queen's Gambit in response to the typing that had been held for review. So that's interesting. Okay, it's a long comment. I'm not even considering reading it. But just go to settings on the left-hand menu, click community. Settings. There is, oh yeah, community. Community. Hidden users. Yeah, Sean, I don't know why you're there. You are there for some reason. NT Media. Did I hide NT Media? Possibly. Huh. Okay, well, thank you for saving the day. So there you go. That was, in fact, the case. I was, you were, in fact, hidden from the channel for some reason. Accident, for sure. Nobody did it on purpose. It just sort of happens, I guess. I don't know why. Thoughts on socionics illusionary for judges as opposed to perceivers? INTP ESTJ versus ENTP INFJ. Well, is that the same relationship? Let me think about it. No, that's not the same relationship. INTP, the equivalent of ENTP INFJ for INTP is going to be INTP. Well, I guess it is the equivalent. No, it's not the equivalent though, because oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is the equivalent. You're right. Um, Difficult question. I haven't thought about it before, and it would seem to me to manifest rather differently because INFJ and ENTP are the two most metaphysical types. In contrast, ESTJ is among the most physical types, and INTP is the equivalently extreme metaphysical. So, yes, we have guests. They're going to be hand puppets probably, but guests nevertheless. All right. So, who would you like to have as a guest? You guys consider who you'd like to have as a guest, and then I will make them a guest for you. Okay. We have to get a guest here. Oh, hi, Kitty Freshness Pants. I didn't see you down there. All right, here we go. Hi, yeah, I see you, Sean. You exist again. You've returned to the world of existence. And in fact, we got down to the bottom of it. You were, in fact, on the list of banned people, interestingly. How you got there beats the shit out of me. I think sometimes YouTube, like, just sort of says they don't like somebody in general and puts them on banned lists, and then you got to go retrieve them, I suppose. So, guests, right? I'm taking requests for guests who you'd like to speak with. You know, you've got all of history's great people at your disposal, live, dead, whatever. I am channeling the spirit of other people tonight to have guests for my late show. We already have a metaphysical brass band playing snappy jazz numbers to provide the atmosphere. Yeah, hey everybody. I want you all to visualize yourselves in red seats in a fairly small auditorium, rising obviously from ground level up higher. And there being applause signs behind me and stuff. We don't have all that kind of rigmarole, so you're just going to have to imagine with your imaginations. If I had been a little bit more on top of my shit, I would have just used the software and put it on the green screen, but I went to all the trouble to make the thumbnail look like that and then didn't do the equivalent of the green screen. So I don't know why. Abject failure? Maybe that's a good description of. Does Big Five have an abject failure category? I think I score high in that. It's part of my witty banter that you get as part of a late show host. Anyhow, still waiting to see suggestions for guests. I'm going to scroll down. I realize I need to scroll down a little bit. Joe Rogan. Don Knotts. Don Knotts. Okay, yeah. Well, let's go with Don Knotts, okay? And if anybody has any questions for Don Knotts, you can direct them to him. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Don Knotts, star of stage and screen. You're welcome. So tell me, Don Knotts, what was it like working with Andy Griffith? Andy was a real professional. I always say, he'd tell me one thing. I tell him I want to take the gun. I want some bullets. and I wanted to go bust some criminals. And, you know, typically Andy would say no. And I'd say, but Andy. Okay, so Stuart Johnson asked the question, who is Don Knotts? Who am I? I'm Don Knotts. Surely you know Don Knotts. Star of stage and screen. I'm dead now. Anyhow, Andy never treated me with any real respect. He'd always deny me legitimacy. He thought I was kind of a stooge. People paid me for laughs. I'd object, of course, say, but Andy. And he'd say, well, now, Barney, he'd say, that patronizing tone of his. You know, it's true. I was alive not that long ago. I lived a long time, but I was hypochondriac the whole time. I had like 3 or 4 different big titty wives. The whole time. Through all of my marriages. That man would call me up and talk to me in that patronizing tone, and I'd say to him, but Andy. Well, thanks, Don Knotts. That's a really good insight into your life. Edo Tensai? Is that a person? Edo Tensai? I don't know Edo Tensai, but I'd be happy to field your questions to him. He'd be happy to answer them. If Edo Tensai is a guy. Sounds like her programming to me, yeah. Well, Oliver Linen, I think it is fair to say that Don Knotts is the quintessential example of hypergamy serving the intuitive well, right? He's not what one would typically call conventionally attractive. He's got kind of a goofy look about him. Helped with his comedy. Also helped with his reproductive value. His value as a reproductive option for women. Oh, the jutsu that brings the dead back to life in Naruto is called Edo Tensai. I see. Would you like to ask Zizek some questions? I'd be happy to host a symposium here where Zizek answers your questions if you'd like. If you have any questions about economics, public policy, yeah, I'd have to answer them. I'm Slobodan Zizek, or whatever my first name is. What is his name? What's his first name? Captain Bullshit Zizek. If you have anybody you'd like to interview, living or dead, go ahead and ask questions to me, and I will ask the question of this Slavoj, okay? Slavoj Zizek will answer your questions. Now, Slavoj Zizek. I think actually that he's an ENTP. In other words, I think he is intentionally wrapping his bullshit in layers of bullshit rather than earnestly doing so without self-awareness. Bathtubs. You can't understand what it means to have a bathtub unless you understand the history of where bathing came into being as a way of drawing distinctions between people and saying these people are not capable of owning a bathtub and these people are capable of owning a bathtub. If you look at the discourse of the American media, it refers to the unwashed masses. This is indicative of how our discourse has overtaken even our critique of capitalism that we are subject to. In fact, our discourse itself has become commodified, and now it becomes impossible to decommodify discourse except as a purely expressive act or a purely interactive act, which is why I asked you all to pay $60 to come to this symposium. Thank you. Next question. Half grifter, half Marxist. He's a Marxister. Or a griftarxist. Yeah. You guys got to remember, I've got a very serious cocaine habit to sustain. It's expensive. I need to do that. Don't act, just think. That's the only rebellion there is to just be nihilistic. And it's like, I don't even, I can't even be nihilistic without exploiting you. Listen, I don't have a Polish accent, okay? It's not in my repertoire. I only got German. It has to qualify for all of Eastern Europe, okay? I could do a little bit more Russian if you'd like. I could be like, da. I don't know what he sounds like. I haven't really listened to him talk. I've read some of his nonsense. So, I think it's interesting that when presented with the opportunity to interview any person, living or dead, that they like, I got first Don Knotts and then Slobodan Zizek. It's enough to make a person say, what? Hi, Zandy. Talleyrand. Who's Talleyrand? I don't know who Talleyrand is. I'm going to search Google for it. Charles Maurice de Talleyrand Périgord? Was that who you're talking about? After studying theology, he became agent general of the clergy in 1780 and represented the Catholic Church. Just before the French Revolution, he became Bishop of Autun. He was Napoleon's chief diplomat, and Talleyrand polarized scholarly opinion. Some require him as the most versatile, skilled, and influential diplomat, and simply he was a traitor. Okay, would you like to interview Talleyrand? All right, I'm ready. Oh, I am Talleyrand. I appreciate you wishing to interview me out of all of the people in history. I was a great diplomat for Napoleon. I was also a man of the church. That's when I started to get a Spanish accent. Yes. Surviving on a diet of worms. Thank you for calling upon me, Martin Luther. The key to surviving upon a diet of worms is prayer plus nailing. Step 1, nail things to other things. Step 2, pray. Step 3, eat the worms. Repeat over and over and over and over and over again. People thought I was nailing something to that church. There was some sort of message or whatnot. I was just practicing the nailing component to my worm diet. Your Huckleberry, I'm sorry, did you use the word reduced when you meant to say elevated? I think so. Yes, I've been elevated to interviewing celebrities on the YouTube Late Late Show. 1-2 Church, I would like to object to your characterization of me as a heretic. I prefer conscientious objector. You might even refer to me as a Catholophobe. I think I'd be excessive, but you could. It would be closer to the truth than heretic. I'm not, for example, a Hindu For goodness sakes. Anybody else want to interview anybody from the past or present, living or dead? I can get any guest here on Targeting Famous People at a moment's notice. FDR. Okay, well, unfortunately, it's not wheelchair accessible. Never mind. I managed to get him here anyway. Yeah, here I am. FDR. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah. Any questions for me, Franklin Delano Roosevelt? Husband to the beloved Eleanor Roosevelt. Known consistently to score last on First Lady beauty contest lists. There is nothing to fear but fear itself and death. Fear and death and pestilence are the only things to fear. You want to speak to Bill Nye? Hi guys, I'm Bill Nye the Science Guy. You gotta believe in evolution. That would be Teddy Roosevelt. Walk softly and carry a big stick. It makes my arm tired, actually. I don't think I can do that. Death and pestilence are part of fear. I don't think so. Bill Nye is quite possibly an ENFP. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I want you to know the brain is small Bill. What's that mean? I'd like to know what Frank James's favorite sandwich recipe is. This knowledge may complete my understanding of reality. No way, lol. Yes way. D-lol. I D-lolled you by saying yes way. If somebody says no way, lol, and you say yes way, that functions to eliminate the lol from the preceding statement. You want to interview Dave Superpowers? Go for it. Oh, right. I'm Dave Superpowers. Yeah, there's a lot of subtypes. Uh-huh. Yeah, like over 500 of them. What? Yo, dog, don't hate a player. I gotta go to bed. I am beat. I suddenly realized I am exhausted. Do you no day way? I don't know the way to San Jose. I only know the way to eat the way once I separate it from the curds and get the spiders shooed off. Wow, I am just like dead. All at once dead. That's how tired I am. So I think I'm going to go to bed. Good night, sweet friends. Sleep well.